Okay, NFL wild card round predictions. So your first game, the number 4 seed Texans versus the number 5 seed Browns. I think this is going to be a very interesting game. It's going to be CJ Stroud versus Joe Flacco. To me, the Browns definitely have the better defense. While the Texans, their defense has been playing better, but hasn't been great. But obviously, you have your quarterbacks. CJ Stroud has been doing great. That Texans offense has been really rolling lately. Singletary haven't been doing that bad. While on the Browns side, Flacco has been balling out and keeping that offense afloat. Jerome Ford isn't that bad, but ultimately, I think the Browns defense is going to cause problems for CJ Stroud. I think it's going to be a relatively low scoring game. I have the Browns winning 21-17. Then you have the Chiefs, yeah, the Dolphins at the Chiefs, and Dolphins who are just coming off that loss, who just lost the AFC East. Their team is definitely not healthy right now. They also lost Andrew Van Ginkel, and the Dolphins offense, even though they are number one, they don't play very well against top tier teams like the Chiefs, who have a very great, have a um, great defense. Trish Jones obviously going to be a problem. Their secondary is really good. We saw this matchup back in Germany where the Chiefs won 21-14. The Chiefs offense really hasn't improved that much, continuing to drop balls, and the Dolphins I think have just gone more injured since that point. So I'm going to expect another very low scoring game. I think the Chiefs win 24-14. Then you have the Bills versus the Steelers. Steelers coming off a win over the Ravens to get into the playoffs, and the Bills come off a win against the Dolphins to win the AFC East. Bills definitely have not been playing their best ball lately. They didn't play that well versus the Dolphins, but their defense has been playing great even with the injuries. Their defense has been playing great, although they just lost Russell Douglas, but their offense, Josh Allen's continuing to cause too many mistakes. While the Steelers, they probably lost TJ Watt. Their defense hasn't been playing up to expectations, and their offense, even though it has been better under Mason Rudolph, I can't trust the offense against a very good Bills defense. I think the Josh Allen turnovers will keep the Steelers in the game a little bit longer than they want, but the Bills are going to blow this wide open. I think the Bills are going to win 28-16. Then you have the Bucks versus the Eagles. Both these teams have not been playing well as of late. The Bucks only a 9-0 win against the Panthers, while the Eagles they lost to the Giants, and neither of these teams are looking good. Eagles obviously have their injuries to offense. They have injuries to AJ Brown now. Hurts injured his throwing hand, and not looking great for the Eagles. And their defense has been torched. While the Bucks, their defense is bad. They have been playing a little bit better, but their defense is pretty bad. But their offense, I think Chris Godwin and Mike Evans will be able to cause problems for the Eagles. It's going to be a really high-scoring game in my eyes, but I have the Bucks winning 34-27. Then you have the Lions versus the Rams. Um, Definitely, this one's going to be a revenge game for both teams, Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford. Rams, they've been playing. I think they have more momentum coming in. Their defense, even without any like superstars outside of Aaron Donald, they've been playing relatively good. Their offense, though, Matthew Stafford has been playing great. Kyron has been playing great. Puka, I don't think the Lions defense, which has been really inconsistent lately, will be able to stop that Rams offense. But similarly, the Lions, their offense is also really good, and while the Rams defense has been playing well, I don't know if they can contain the Lions. This one's going to be one of those classic close games, ugly close games. But and I have the Rams winning by a single point, winning 28-27. Then you have the Cowboys versus the Packers. I just don't think the Packers are ready for the playoffs. Their offense to me is still very young. All of their skill position players are like first or second year players, and their defense is a Joe Barry led defense. While the Cowboys they have home field advantage, and at home their offense is very explosive, and their defense is very good, which will definitely cause problems for Jordan Love. I know the Cowboys generally don't do well in the playoffs, but I expect this to be a blowout. I think the Cowboys are going to win it 35-17. So there you have it, my NFL wildcard round predictions.